Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to make one of my favorites, mango salsa. Let's get started. What we're going to need is cilantro, red onion, lime juice, jalapeno, of course mango, green onion, and garlic. I've already pre-cut a little bit of the mango so I can show you what you're going to do is avoid this pit inside the mango. There is a big pit inside here. You don't want to cut down the center. I have it kind of cut in little pieces here so you can see this pit. You don't want that, so we're going to cut in. I have a side of it cut. You want to cut around in an arc to avoid that pit, and then we're going to switch to a paring knife, and we're going to make incisions straight down, and then we're going to twist it, and you're going to make them the other way, just to get a good dice. It doesn't have to be perfect, but whatever the chunkiness of this salsa you would like. And then it does this really cool thing here, and you're going to just cut it. You're just going to cut it down the skin here, and it'll make its own little dice. You know, some of the pieces you may have to break up, and that's okay. But it should dice pretty even for you. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to make more slices. Be sure to be careful, don't cut your hand. This may not be something you want little ones to help you with. They can do the rest. You just make the incisions on the other side to make. And then again, we're going to push it out. This mango salsa is a lot of fun, and you can put it on a lot of things. It's great on pork. It's great on fish. I have a lot of different uses for it. Let's see here. I'm going to get these pieces out. And you know, you can use as much as you want. You can make it stretches. You can make this with a lot of things. Let's put this aside here and focus on these pieces. Now these corner pieces you definitely want to be more careful with. And see, I'm probably getting a little closer to my fingers than I need to be. So we're just going to go halfway and then twist it and go halfway to avoid your fingers because it's not worth cutting your hand. And the same thing here. Piece overward. All right. Let's cut that over, and then again halfway through to avoid your fingers. And then another halfway. And if you can see, let me show you the dice I got. That one I'm not real happy with, so I'm going to cut that piece again. You can see it gives you just about as chunky as you want. And you know, you want to break up the pieces here. And the next thing we're going to do, because we want to make this as fast as possible, is we're going to start with the food processor. We're not going to chop everything. We're not going to take time. But what you want to do is you want to take a little bit of lime juice. We're going to start with lime juice. I say about half a lime. I usually try to use about 1/4 cup. It depends on how juicy your limes are. So we're going to squeeze. You know, I'm hoping for 1/4 cup. So I'm just going to squeeze as hard as I can. I know you probably have a reamer. If you want to have one at home, it might get more juice out for you. I'm going to set that aside here. And I'm going to go for both because this one wasn't very juicy lime. I guess because of the season. It's about the end of the summer, which makes mango salsa really fun because you can kind of hold on to the last drops of the summer. I love it. So that should be just about right, whatever juice. I'm going to save that for the end in case there's more juice. And then we're going to put the lime juice, okay, and I'm going to say about 1/4 of this onion because it's kind of a big one. And we're going to cut little pieces because you don't want too big of pieces in the processor. So just a couple rough chops. And this is really easy. What we've done is juiced a lime and cut up one fruit. And we're halfway done here. We're going to cut up a jalapeno. I was already worried about the lime, getting that in at the end. We're going to cut off the top, of course, and slice it down the half. Now this is when you can decide how hot you want it. If you'd like for it to be a little hotter, you can leave the ribs and the seeds in. That's where the heat lives. But I like it spicy, so I'm just going to make a couple little cuts here. And you don't have to go overboard. You can actually, if you have a really good food processor, you can just put it in just with the cap off of it. Okay, so we've got the lime, the onion, and the jalapeno. And the next thing we're going to go for is, how about the crushed garlic? Now what's fun, you can smash the garlic, and that's a lot of fun. And if you really like a lot of garlic, you can go with 2. I think I've made a decision. I'm going to go with 1 because this is a big garlic clove. So you smash it. You can pretend it's someone you want to hit. And you're going to put that in. You don't need to do anything else to it. What we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of green onion. Now this is another taste issue. It depends on how much green onion you really want to use. I probably even cut that a lot more than I needed to. Let's just go a little more of a rough chop. And this is good to use up some summer vegetables and fruits that you really like. It's just a really unique taste. And let's see, we're going to put in a little bit of cilantro. These are already washed, of course. You want to make sure your cilantro is washed. But you're also going to save some for the end. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put on the food processor. And this is also another decision you get to make. How chunky do you want your salsa? I like it chunky, so I'm just going to pulse it a few. Just for a few seconds. And that's about as pulsed as you need it to go. But if you want to take it any further, you're welcome to. Get that out of the way here. And we're going to get a spoon here and just mix it in here. Take out the blade. I'm going to move the blade. Okay. Now this probably could have gone a lot more, but what we're going to do is now the salt and pepper is just as much to taste as you would like. I mean, you can salt and pepper it as much. I like it with just a summer fruit. So basically, you've got 1.5 minutes, and you've made a really great mango salsa. And it's so much better than jarred, and there are 1,000 uses for it. Like I said, it's great on pork. It's wonderful on fish. And one of my favorite things to do is just to put it over chicken. Now, this is a pretty chunky salsa. I really like it. But it kind of gives you that feeling when you're not quite ready for the summer to end. And if you just want everything to feel good. And you want to squeeze a little lime, and it kind of gives you the Caribbean feel too. Or one of my other favorite things to do with it is just have it with a chip. Just sit and watch a movie, just as much as you want. Just as blended as you want. I hope you enjoy this salsa. And here's a tip. If you want to blend it up, everything, with the mangoes and all, even more, you just started a wonderful salad dressing. All you add is oil. Well, I hope that helps. And you can do this.